got a solution for you. See how there's a daycare? Just go ahead and wipe that lettering off and put adoption center in
The NFL draft
If you don't want to be my friend, you can go there, buddy.
1 to 10. There might be a part 2 about this because I got to do 15 minutes of my videos. So let's get to it.
With the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
Just like we drew it up, time for Welcome to Primetime, presented by Pfizer. You can see the reaction from Mendoza, his family. This is what we had anticipated. He's been outstanding in so many of his interviews throughout the course of this process. First Heisman Trophy winner that Indiana has had, leading that Hoosiers team to a national championship. And when it's all said and done, this is now the new face of the franchise, Bucky. And look, there's still a lot of positives here around what his game can bring.
Yeah, a lot of positives about what he can bring in. Look, we talk about the quarterback position in so many different things. A lot of times, coaches will tell you accuracy, decision making. But the other part that they leave out is toughness. And the one thing that we've seen from Fernando Mendoza is a level of toughness that your franchise quarterbacks must exhibit. When you talk about being the franchise quarterback, it's about grabbing the ball each and every week, showing up for your team. And he has shown the ability to take some wicked shots and deliver. In fact, some of his best moments have come after those big hits. You can't question his courage. You can't question his arm talent and his ability. Now it's about putting together and surrounding with the right things. But if you're a Raiders fan, you should be excited about the quarterback that you have.
You know, Bucky made a great point. His toughness is one says the internal clock gets messed up. You know, we see it sometime in the NFL. He didn't let that happen to him.
With the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select David Bailey, linebacker, Texas Tech.
So we have discussed this on Mock Draft Live over the last month. Would it be Bailey? Would it be Reese? And the Jets going with the guy that most of our experts, including both you, Bucky, and Lance, have said, hey, the most ready right now of the edge players. Tied for the FBS lead, 14 and a half sacks. Dude's a game record.
Yeah, he's a game record. The reason why this decision was easy for the Jets, because you're going for the polished player. When you're the New York Jets and you need someone to get home, there are not many that are better than this guy. When you look at David Bailey, speed, power, explosiveness. You talk about his fastball, that first step, get off that dip and rip move that he shows. He wins time and time again, but he also is crafty when he works inside. The thing that I like about him and some of these other guys, the motor, the relentless competitive spirit that he displays, he has an opportunity to be a game breaker. I know people talk about the run defense, but this game is about knocking down the quarterback. Few that do it as good as him.
He's got some really, so his get off is great in phase one. What really impresses me is phase two, because his reaction to whatever pass set he sees is outstanding. Those are natural rush instincts he has. So if he sees you overset, he can correct very quickly with a spin move. If he sees you're a little bit late on your second slide, he hits the gas and is going to turn the corner, bend on you, and burn the edge. So he's really good at really instinctively finding the best ways to get into the pocket. And as Bucky mentioned, he is a high motor player. He's also kind of a throwback, right? There's no gloves, there's no pads, there's nothing on the wrist, no bands.
With the third pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Jeremiah Love, running back, Notre Dame.
Depending on who you talk to, they'll tell you that Jeremiah Love is the best player in this class. Certainly one of the most dynamic offensive players, if not the most dynamic offensive player. Guys, I know I got a Heisman vote. There was a point, and he did finish in my top three, but I wanted so badly midway through the season. I'm like, this is the guy. It ended up going, obviously, to Fernando, my vote at least. But the Cardinals, they have so many needs here. What do they get with Jeremiah?
Special. special player, terrific with the ball in his hands. He can do it as a runner inside and outside. He can catch the ball on the perimeter. He can take it a distance from anywhere on the field. Going all the way back to my time scouting, Reggie Bush was the running back that I gave the highest grade to. This guy's right there neck and neck.
Oh.
The things that he is able to do, that lateral jump cut that he shows, how loose and explosive he is, what he consistently does in terms of make you miss. Oh, how many times can we see him jump and hurdle over people?
Exactly.
This is what he
exactly
does.
4 on this video. That's what you're going to see.
All the time, catching the ball out the backfield. We just talk about the guys that have traditionally been taken in the top 10. Saquon Barkley, CMC, Bijan Robinson. There haven't been many running backs to miss, and he's going to be another one because he's a can't-miss prospect at a position.
He's somebody during the process that I've begun to like more and more. I watched him the first time I watched him. I'm like, he's kind of running up on his running backs. He's not running on his blockers. He's not running with a lot of tempo and pace. And you start nitpicking, and then going through this process and watching some of the exos and the videos that we put together, and you say, oh, wow, he did that? Oh, wow. Like, you get a little different view on those cameras than you do on all 22, and you start to recognize how loose and limber and how rare he is with his, the way he makes you miss is he's explosive in making you miss as well. And I didn't know that was even possible for you to be explosive in your elusiveness, and yet that's what he is. You know, what he is, Mike, is he's a home run hitter with power.
With the 4th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State.
You know, Bucky, you were touting your mock draft. You said you're 2 for 2. Did you have Love at 3?
I did not.
Okay, did you have Tate at 4?
Well, it depends, because I had 2 different mock drafts, but I did not have Carnell Tate at 4. However, this is interesting, right? It's an interesting pick because there was conversation the entire time about him being the weapon that the Tennessee Titans need. Have a number 1 receiver that can grow with Cam Ward. And you just wonder, I wondered about Carnell Tate in terms of like, he's as polished as they come, outstanding route runner, big time acrobatic pass catcher, hand-eye coordination is off the charts. The polish on the routes, fantastic. He made a ton of plays and got better and better over time. And I know I saw the comp down there, Chris Olave, but when I see him, I see that 17, and I think about Devontae Adams in terms of the way Devontae Adams ran. And you think about that 4.5 40 time. He just runs by a lot of people on tape. Yeah, outstanding playmaker, pass catcher. He can do it as a 3-level playmaker, short, intermediate, and deep. Tennessee Titans are getting it going.
You know, I think too much was made of the 40 time initially after the combine. Ultimately, when you watch his tape, look, yes, he plays next to a monster in Jeremiah Smith. I mean, he plays next to an absolute monster that we're going to talk about, you know, in a draft coming soon. But Carnell Tate, even though he's a wide receiver too, he doesn't drop the ball. He's got great hands. He runs great routes. He has complete body control, not only through his routes, but also when the ball's in the air. So he's a very reliable target. He's someone that you want to give Cam Ward, someone that he can grow with. And the same way Aaron Rodgers had Devontae Adams, and they became close on and off the field. You want that same thing developing with your young quarterback and one of his top receivers. And I think, you know, that's what you want out of Carnell Tate. Listen, wide receivers from Ohio State, they translate.
In partnership with the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, TAPS, one of the NFL's Salute to Service partners, we are honored to recognize the surviving family of United States Army Major Paul C. Volke. Major Volke sustained tragic, fatal injuries while deployed in Afghanistan. He is survived by his spouse, Tracy, and their 2 sons, Andrew and Benjamin. Major Volke was raised in the Hudson Valley and was a lifelong fan of the New York Giants, a tradition he proudly passed on to his sons. Volke family, take it away.
With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Arvell Reese, linebacker from the Ohio State University.
So many of the mock drafts on NFL.com had him going to New York. It was just the other team, the Jets. Instead, he is now a member of the Giants, filling a potential need on that defense as well. But you guys have been telling me on Mock Draft Live, upside, upside, upside for this player.
It's my top-rated player on the board, but it's based on projection. But I like my chances with his projection. He's got length. He's got speed, he's got versatility, he's got a lot of what you need to become a really good NFL player and a really impactful NFL player. He can play off-ball linebacker. It'll be interesting to see if the Giants have him do that some. His instincts, I think, are average right now, but he's got the ability to use his athletic ability to play past his instincts. You see this. He's already got some knockback pop. You saw him with a little dip and run there as a pass rusher. He doesn't even really know how to rush yet, and he can still go get the quarterback. And Bucky, what I really like is you can set him loose in a lot of different alignments defensively.
With the 6th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour Delane, defensive back, LSU.
Maybe I'll stop sleeping on Mansour.
Time for Power Moves presented by Energizer. Delane, the 6th total player from LSU the Chiefs have drafted in any round since 1990. All 6 of those have been, though, in the first round. Delane clearly fitting a need because we've talked about the secondary. Trent McDuffie now rocking a Rams uniform. They clearly love this dude enough to move up a couple selections to go.
Number 3 player on the board for me, the entire board, and maybe the most impressive player I saw. He and David Bailey on tape all year. I absolutely loved his tape. I could not stop raving about him to texting different people around the league who, like, have you seen, what did you think of him? You know, he is so sticky in coverage, his man-to-man coverage. He played with a level of confidence, and I think it stems from his ability to change direction quickly. He's got top-rate speed, as we saw at his pro day, so he knows he can play vertically, but he will sit on routes. He's got great anticipation. He's got good ball skills. He has shorter arms, under 31 inches. But Bucky, the thing that I really like about him is you can stick him in zone, and he's got ball skills. You can play him man-to-man, and he can either press or play off-man coverage. Clearly, Kansas City moved up with the idea that we can either get Delane or we can get Reese, but we'll take either one of them. We know that we've got a guy that we really want. I had him mocked to the Chiefs at 9, I believe in my last mock. And this is a big need for them. They just lost 2 corners.
It is rare to find a corner that can do it all. His toolbox is completely full. Whether we play off, play up, we play man, we play zone, we want to play inside, play outside, we want to blitz him, he can do all the things.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State.
The linebacker leading a national championship team with 82 tackles. You go back to the combine, among the linebackers, fastest 40, best vert, longest broad jump, and it seems like, Bucky, your intel was spot on this guy.
No, this is what they did. They had an obvious need, right? Bobby Wagner near the end of the run. You have Dan Quinn, who's looking at Sonny Styles and the athleticism and all the things that he brings to the table. He's excited about it. And when we think about him, I made a comparison, a mix of Fred Warner and Kyle Hamilton in terms of a guy that can play the safety, move down the linebacker, and just be a freak athlete in the middle of that defense. When you look at the Washington Commanders, man, they need some sizzle inside. Somebody that can make some plays, and Sonny Styles certainly can provide that. There you see him coming downhill, making play after play, getting off blocks, getting to the ball, being able just to be a menace at the second level. Sonny Styles has a lot of tools that you want in a new school defense. Just being able to move around and do some different things. Dan Quinn now can get creative.
Yeah, I think he's just scratching the surface too, because you know, he moved from safety to linebacker. When you watch him on tape, you don't always feel like you're getting everything that he has, but I think that also comes with still learning the position and learning to unlock the entire toolbox. I mean, it's like a cake, right? You got all the ingredients on the table. You just want to bake it with him, because once those ingredients get added together and matched together, you've got a 3-down menace in Sonny Styles. And this is a guy with traits. He's got explosiveness athletically, and then he's got the ability to mismatch you on third downs. It's always nice to have a player that you can match up on F tight ends that are, the old school Travis Kelce, the Travis Kelces of the world, or Trey McBrides. Now all of a sudden, or Kenyon Sadiq's coming up. We're gonna stick a former safety on these guys, and we're gonna slow them down.
With the 8th pick
This might be the last
in the
pick
2026 NFL
of
Draft,
my video.
the New Orleans
I might
Saints
go to part
select
2.
Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State.
So the Saints taking the wide receiver Jordan Tyson out of ASU. This is a guy who is well thought of. The comp bucket that you gave us on Mock Draft Live was JSN, but
Guys, comment, subscribe, and like if you like this video. There will be a part 2, and I'm out. Peace.